Ishan. To the doctor. Our faith is shallow on account of our pride. It is said in the Ramayana that a crow named Bhushundi did not at first accept Ram as an incarnation of God. Once it incurred Ram's displeasure. It travelled through the different worlds, the lunar, solar, and so forth, and through the Mount Kailash, to escape Ram's wrath. But it found that it could not escape. Then it surrendered itself to him and took refuge at his feet. Ram took the crow in his hand and swallowed it. Thereupon, the crow found that it was seated in its own nest in a tree. After its pride had thus been crushed, the bird came to realize that though Ram looked like any other man, yet he contained in his stomach the entire universe. Sky, moon, sun, stars, oceans, rivers, men, animals, and trees. Master. To the doctor. It is very difficult to understand that God can be a finite human being and at the same time the all-pervading soul of the universe. The absolute and the relative are his two aspects. How can we say emphatically, with our small intelligence, that God cannot assume a human form? Can we ever understand all these ideas with our little intellect? Can a 1 seer pot hold 4 seers of milk? Therefore, one should trust in the words of holy men and great souls, those who have realized God. They constantly think of God as a lawyer of his lawsuits. Do you believe the story of the crow Bhushundi? Doctor. I accept as much as I want to. All difficulties come to an end if only God reveals his true nature to the seeker. Then there can be no confusion. How can I accept Ram as an incarnation of God? Take the example of his killing Bali, the monkey chieftain. He hid himself behind a tree, like a thief, and murdered Bali. This is how a man acts, and not God. Girish. But sir, such an action is possible only for God. Doctor. Then take the example of his sending Sita into exile. Girish. This too, sir, is possible only for God, not for man. Ishan to the doctor. Why don't you believe in the incarnation of God? Just now you said that God has form since He has created all these forms, and that God is formless since He has created the mind, which is without form. A moment ago you said that everything is possible for God. Master, laughing. It is not mentioned in his science that God can take human form. So how can he believe it? All laugh. Listen to a story. A man said to his friend, I have just seen a house fall down with a terrific crash. Now, the friend to whom he told this had received an English education. He said, just a minute. Let me look it up in the newspaper. He read the paper but could not find the news of a house falling down with a crash. Thereupon he said to his friend, well, I don't believe you. It isn't in the paper. So it is all false. All laugh. Girish to the doctor. You must admit that Krishna is God. I will not let you look on him as a mere man. You must admit that he is either God or a demon.